What is going on, everyone? So today in this video, I'm going to be discussing the top 5 worst sneakers of this year. Now, these sneakers are all hyped, or 4 out of 5 of them on this list are hyped sneakers. One of them is just probably the worst sneaker I've ever seen, so I'm putting it on here for the sake of it, and you guys can probably already guess what that would be positioned. But none of these sneakers are really in any particular order other than the first one, which again is the worst sneaker I've ever seen. And I really hope you guys will enjoy this video. It's just going to be a fun video. Again, this is my opinion only, so if you don't agree with it, that's fine. You can tell me why you don't agree below, or you can explain why you like this sneaker. Any of that, it's fine. You can dislike the video if you don't like it. That's, again, this is all your decision, so you can do that if you want. But I hope you guys will enjoy this video. We're really gonna get straight into it. My opinion. So again, if you like the sneaker, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just, I personally feel like, again, it's not one of the sneakers I'd be wearing, and it's also probably one of my least favorite sneakers of the year. Again, if you like it and you think it's one of the best sneakers, then it can go in your best list. So yeah, just again, my opinion only. So let's get started. Now, the first sneaker on this list, I personally feel like was a really big letdown, and that's actually one of the reasons I'm even putting this on here. And again, I know a lot of people like this sneaker, but there's a lot more people that I feel like don't like it. Is the Supreme Nike Air Force One with the NBA. Obviously, this is a huge collaboration. A lot of people are super excited about it, and there was high expectations for it. And Supreme and NBA, they didn't do what most people were expecting, and that's why I think it's one of the worst sneakers of the year, because not only was it a letdown, but the design was really poor. Just with the sort of scattered logos, I feel like they could do done a lot more with that, like they did with the denim jacket for it. That was really nice. Again, that just looked better. The jackets are pretty nicely done, but again, the style on the jackets didn't really fit with the shoes, and they just sort of copied it from the jacket straight to the shoes, and it just nothing fit at all. So looking at that, one of the worst sneakers of the year in my opinion, and especially how they just don't really go well on it in my opinion. Sort of a harder sneaker to style, which, I mean, again, I know people like wild sneakers and ugly sneakers. And I personally feel like the sneaker is super ugly with just the random placement of the Supreme logo on it. Like, that doesn't make the sneaker hyped yet, or doesn't really make it anything. Like, you see what the jerseys are going for, and nothing's really reselling. So for resellers, it's really poor. I'm not discussing resell, I'm discussing design, and design is just lazy. The next sneaker though is the Yeezy 500 in utility black colorway. Now, for resellers, the sneaker is also super poor, but we're not discussing the sneaker on the fact of reselling. If we wanted to do the top 5 biggest letdown sneakers, we can make a video on that alone. But for this one, of course, a lot of people were sort of like, like, oh, this is gonna be a good sneaker. But most people were like me, I feel like, on this one, and it just isn't really the best sneaker. Again, a lot of people are wearing it, a lot of people are styling it, a lot of people like the 500. Personally, a decent fan of the 500. In the blush colorway, I love it. But in this colorway, I don't know what the deal was. It just doesn't really go too well in my opinion. It doesn't look that good. And honestly, I gotta leave this one of the worst sneakers of the year. It doesn't look good in the black colorway. I'm sorry. Again, if you like it in the black colorway, if that's your favorite colorway, that's fine. You may dislike another colorway of it, but for me, this is just a no-go overall. It's super ugly. And again, people like ugly sneakers, but for me, this is like, I don't see it. I don't see the hype. I don't see really the Yeezy influence there on the whole fashion game. I just sort of see a sneaker that's like, oh wow, that's really ugly. That's really ugly. The next sneaker though is a women's sneaker, I believe. I don't know if they released this one in men's. I believe they did. I gotta think they did. But it is the Air Jordan Top 3 Rebel. Now, if you don't notice the 750 influence in this super clearly, it's basically a Jordan 750. All right, let's keep it simple like that. It's the Jordan 750. That's the nickname for this. So on the Jordan 750, you just notice they basically it's all a 750, like super high influence in there. I feel like Jordan maybe dissing Adidas a bit with this sneaker. And I don't know really if it's going for too much now, but again, we're not discussing reselling any of this. None of these sneakers are really the best for resale in my opinion. But I personally feel like this is just a super ugly sneaker. It just, with the Nike Air running down and the zipper, like that doesn't really go in this top 3 model, nor do the colorways. I just don't feel like the colors really fit on it with the zipper and like the design of it. I mean, the colorways go on the regular top 3, super nice. One of my girls actually that I need to cop eventually, but just the Rebel just really didn't really fit the top 3 style in my opinion. And also with the 750 influence, that's super clear. Like, it's the Jordan 750. So Air Jordan Rebel top 3, it's an L. It's a really big L, all right? Like, it's one of the biggest L's I've ever seen in my life. Just to keep it simple, all right, Drake took a smaller L than this sneaker. Okay, so I'm actually re-recording this segment because the last one was completely out of focus, and I'm gonna make sure that the quality of this new lens I'm using is as good as possible and better to that's clearly shown, hopefully. But basically, next sneaker I'm discussing is the Nike Air Zoom Spectrum collaboration with Supreme. Now, basically, these are the Supreme Dad shoes. That's my nickname for them, and pretty much what I think of them. Now, looking at these, we got 2 colorways. We got this white colorway and the black and green colorway. Now, the thing is that the black and green colorway is one of the ugliest things I've ever seen, all right? The other one is sort of cool. I mean, again, it's still ugly. It's an ugly sneaker in general. Really just ugly. It's ugly. It's disgusting. But basically with this sneaker, I'm not really a fan of it. Personally, I may have worn the white ones. Like if I were to get a pair of the white ones, I'd probably wear them actually, because I do like sort of Guy Fieri colorway a bit more, but the other one, just sort of the darker colorway, I just do not mess with. And I mean, again, it's just bad. All right, we're just gonna keep it simple. Right? I really don't have many words for it other than it's bad. Supreme could have done more with a collaboration like this. I mean, again, Supreme and Nike, again, Nike's a bigger brand, so I feel like they could have done something cool. I do appreciate them bringing the vintage model of the sneaker though, the Air Zoom Spectra model. I really appreciate that. And also them following the Dachu trend, I appreciate that also. I feel like they could have done more. It's really ugly. And it's an ugly sneaker and people like ugly sneakers. I like some ugly sneakers for sure, but they could have done more, I think. And that's pretty much it with this. It's just ugly. One colorway would have been enough for it. This next sneaker though, I'm even gonna move a bit to the side just so I can like put the whole thing up there really clearly. The Nike Air Vapor Max Light 2. I don't know what this is. Again, anybody want to go hiking? You want to go hiking? I mean, this is a good sneaker for hiking, yo. I mean, Vapor Max for hiking, I feel like they'd be pretty comfortable. But I mean, they said, on the sneaker, like, oh, the leather, all this, it looks so good. That's what I heard some people saying. I was like, I don't see where this looks good. And hopefully I never hear anybody say that's good again, because this sneaker is terrible, right? It's a terrible Vapor Max remake. They should not have made this sneaker. And honestly, I feel like this sneaker may be a bit of an attention grab, because I feel like if more people figure out about this sneaker, people are gonna go nuts over it, honestly. Not nuts in terms of, oh, I wanna buy it, but just like go all over Nike about it. And I feel like this is why a lot of companies release bad sneakers sometimes. It's just to get a bit of attention. And I mean, it's a marketing thing. I mean, people still buy them. I mean, you seen those Mason Margielas? I mean, that worked. People actually bought those. And they got a lot for it. They got a lot of crap, and they got some money out of it too. So, I mean, if you think about it, that's what more companies do. And looking at this sneaker, honestly, I just don't see it. I really don't like it. It's a hiking boot Vapor Max. All right, we're gonna call it the hiking boot Vapor Max. That's the name of the sneaker, right? And it's by far the worst sneaker of 2018. Nothing else I gotta say. It's just absolutely terrible, terrible. And it's probably gonna be expensive too, which is what sucks, but it's from Nike, so luckily it's not designer. If it was designer, whoa. Anyways though, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I got a new camera lens, by the way, so hopefully the quality is better, just more like flowing, and everything looks better, honestly. The lens was super expensive though too. It was $500, so for a camera lens only, not the camera, that is very expensive. So I'm trying to upgrade the quality of this channel along with the content I'm making, the editing, all that, just so you guys can enjoy it even more. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications so you actually get a video, and be sure to drop a like also. I'd appreciate it all. And let me know what you guys think. Did I miss out on any sneakers? Of course, this is only top 5, so I can't mention all of them. But of course, there's always ugly sneakers out there for us to love and appreciate. And just to, keep the sneaker game balanced, I guess, between good and bad. But yeah, just want to say thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Comment below what you think the ugliest sneaker on this list was, or what you think about the sneakers. If you like them, of course, and let me know down below. And if you disagree, of course, you can dislike the video. That just lets me know that people have a different opinion, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But anyways, just thank you all for watching, and yeah, peace out.